Alright, so we go to Empire turn 3, and yeah, now he gets the counter charges. So if you start at the top left, he takes a big unit of halberds and charges my peg knights in the side, so he's going to have tons of combat res there. He takes his Archlector Battle Standard Bearer big block of halberds and charges the flank of my Knight of the Realm unit. And I don't love this, but I can issue a challenge with my champion to mitigate the damage that his Archlector can do, and my level 4 Prophetess has the Crown of Command, so we're going to be stubborn. So I don't know how I'm going to kill all his guys, but I shouldn't break. And I'm hoping that my armor saves will save me from all those attacks. The problem is he's going to have Hatred, and then Strength 4 is the bane of Bretonnians. So, I just need my armor saves to help me out there. So there's a closer look at the Peg Knights getting flanked. Yeah, that's when he shot at me, and he's almost completely destroyed both these big units just through 3 rounds of shooting. So don't know what happened there. Yeah, all these close-ups. He's moving his Pistoliers around. So yeah, so on Empire turn 4, he's going to charge the Trebuchet. There's really not a whole lot I can do about it. I'm going to reform my archers to shoot at them on my next turn and hopefully get lucky to whittle them down a little bit. So this time, without the charge, I actually did much, much better against the Flagellants. He's only got 6 remaining. That's what that die is for. I think he didn't feel like removing all the models. So at the end of combat, his Flagellants are either all gone. Yeah, they're all gone now finally. So I think when I said before he was down to 6, that was because if you see that token beyond my Knights of the Realm, that was the Shield of Thorns killed a bunch of them. And then after combat, they were all dead. But the problem is, I couldn't really reform with my units the way they were. So, but with my Prophetess being stubborn, I'm not overly concerned about that right now. On my next turn, I plan on charging my Questy Knights out, and then after that, if I want to reform, I can. So, Brett turn 3. With these units that have been just massacred, I go ahead and charge them to the flank of his halberds, just trying to, do something there. I reform my archers, and then I fail my swift reform because they're only leadership 5. I knew that would probably happen, but I thought that was my best choice to try for that. My trebuchet, with its final shot of the game, landed a rock on the middle of that 20-ish size company that had his level 2 Lore of Life mage. Killed a bunch of them. They failed their panic and ran off the board. So I thought that was fitting. And yeah, my guys here just really didn't do much. God, I must have lied. If Brett turned 3, if my Questy Knights are still there, that's because there was 1 Flagellant left. Yeah. So at the end of combat, that Flagellant died, of course. If you see the top, he beat my Pegasus Knights, and the remaining 2, the Musician and the Champion, fled and landed in the woods and had to take just a bunch of dangerous terrain tests, and I passed them all. And otherwise, we are, as you can see it. So if you look at that steam tank, if you look at the top, he's taken 6 wounds on it now. Most of that's 4 from the trebuchet, and then I think 1 from his failing his steam point roll, and then 1 from my Grail Knights. So Empire turn 4, he charges my Pegasus Knights. They're forced to flee again. His Pistoliers go into my trebuchet. They're almost certainly going to win that. And the board is, as you can see it. So after combat, so those Flagellants are finally gone, and I just didn't, my Questy Knights are out of combat, and I really didn't know if I could reform. What I'd like to do is not offer him my flank, but I was thinking that as it stood here, my Battle Standard Bearer and my Prophetess are both being protected. So all I'm really trying to do is just last as long as possible here, and I figure if I turn him, his Archlector's gonna be able to pick on my BSB, and he's got him outfitted pretty well. He's got like a potion of strength that he hasn't used yet, and so I'm kind of worried about him using that. So Brett turn 4. I charge my Questy Knights at his Pistoliers. I think he only kills, between that and the dangerous terrain, he kills 1, maybe 2, whatever it was. And I think I'm going to easily win that and then just run off the board with those questy knights. My peg knight rallies, and that ended up being a mistake. I thought I was at 33% of beginning unit strength, and I was actually at 25%. So we decided, he needed double ones, and so what we did later is we moved him to the right and had him continue fleeing. So if you look at in the front of that hill, my trebuchet is gone. My archers shoot at his pistoliers and actually kill 4 of them, but he passes his test, which was unfortunate. Yeah, he's continued fleeing. And this, I just see this as a losing endeavor. Now, not reforming ended up really hurting me, because what they did, as soon as they got 1 wound, it killed this knight over here, because I had to maintain my frontage of 3, and that brought my prophetess into the fight, and then his guys were able to attack the prophetess. And at the end of it, they killed her. I was no longer stubborn. He had tons of combat res. Everybody broke. And there's the game. I mean, we continue playing, but BSB dies. My Knights Errant unit's down to 1 guy because that standard bearer died. And he can't rally except on double ones. Yeah. Everybody over here fled. They're all at double ones to rally. That's not going to happen. And it was just ugly all the way around. So on his turn, he charges my questy knights, or my Grail knights, I mean. He takes his pistolier. Look at the very top. He took his pistolier, ran him around behind this. So now he's getting cover, and he's going to survive. And now if you look at the very top, my questy knights charged into his outriders and didn't win. So on this turn, his halberds flank charged my questy knights. During shooting, he killed half of this unit. They fled. Killed these guys, just add insult to injury. This is the guy still fleeing, needs double ones. That's not going to happen. Easily beats my questy knights. And are you kidding me? The game totally fell apart. I shouldn't act like I'm surprised. It's really as soon as he got the flank charge with his halberds into my Knights of the Realm, I thought I would last longer, but there was no way I was really going to beat them. And then when, my Knights Errant and my men-at-arms were so depleted by the time they were able to support it, there was nothing more they were going to be able to do. So, yeah, everything fell apart from the end. Devastating loss. I need to learn how to play against Empire, but obviously I still don't know what I'm doing there.